Recently, President Donald Trump endorsed Elon Musk's controversial demands directed at federal employees. This came during the first month of Trump's second term. Thousands of government employees have already lost their jobs. Many were either fired or offered a deferred resignation. Musk, heading the Department of Government Efficiency, demanded that federal employees report their recent accomplishments. Employees were given a deadline of 11:59 p.m. EST. Trump claimed this was necessary to address alleged fraud within the federal workforce. He stated that Musk's department had uncovered hundreds of billions of dollars in fraud. However, he did not provide any evidence to support this claim. Confusion erupted among federal employees. The Office of Personnel Management informed agency leaders that responding to Musk's request was voluntary. This led to conflicting messages across various agencies. Some employees were instructed to comply, while others were told it was optional or not to respond at all. Musk expressed frustration with the lack of compliance. He accused federal workers of resisting accountability. He threatened firings for those who did not respond. Musk stated that if employees failed to respond a second time, they would face termination. Legal action quickly followed. Attorneys representing unions and various organizations filed a lawsuit in California. They argued that Musk's threats violated the law. The lawsuit described the situation as one of the most massive employment frauds in the history of this country. Anna Kelly, a White House deputy press secretary, dismissed the lawsuit. She suggested that employees could have easily summarized their accomplishments instead of filing legal action. Trump and Musk are pushing for changes within the federal government. They have urged employees to resign and directed agencies to lay off probationary workers. Some agencies have halted work altogether. Protests erupted in Washington against these measures. The Office of Special Counsel indicated that some recent firings may be illegal. Hampton Dellinger, the office's leader, is facing dismissal by Trump. Dellinger has requested the U.S. Merit Systems Protection Board intervene to protect laid-off employees. Some administration officials, including FBI Director Kash Patel, advised employees not to comply with Musk's request. They cited privacy and security concerns. This marked a notable divergence between Musk and some of Trump's cabinet leaders who typically support Musk's initiatives. Trump dismissed the notion of a rift between Musk and his advisors. He claimed that they did not mean to oppose Musk's directives. He referred to Musk's approach as a pretty ingenious idea. The situation escalated when Trump encouraged Musk to adopt a more aggressive stance. Musk then announced that all federal employees would receive an email summarizing their accomplishments from the previous week. He stated that failure to respond would be interpreted as a resignation. The Office of Personnel Management later sent its own email. It requested employees to provide a summary of their accomplishments. However, it did not mention any consequences for non-compliance. Resistance from key U.S. agencies quickly followed. The State Department, Homeland Security, and the Pentagon instructed employees not to respond. Lawmakers from both political parties expressed concerns about the legality of Musk's mandate. Justice Department employees were also advised not to respond due to the sensitive nature of their work. However, employees in the U.S. Attorney's Office were instructed to respond in general terms. The Department of Health and Human Services informed its staff that there was no expectation to respond. Employees were advised to be cautious about what they wrote, as their responses could be reviewed by foreign actors. In contrast, the Education Department instructed its workers to comply. The acting director of the Office of Personnel Management suggested that Musk's request could lead to new expectations for employees. As the situation continues to unfold, thousands of federal employees remain affected. The lack of clear communication has added to the turmoil within the federal workforce. The coming weeks will likely bring further developments in this ongoing controversy.